internet use? What is it that you're hiding? Last night on the Canadian national news, the Conservative government, Stephen Harper's majority government, reported that the Canadian government will soon table lawful access legislation. So put forth a motion to pass a law, or they will pass it since they're in the majority, which will require internet service providers to record our contact information, set up a constant internet surveillance system, and report specific online exchanges upon request. This information would then be made available to law enforcement officials, even if they did not have a court order or warrant. They continued in their report saying that there may be some amendments to this, so they may require a warrant. I'm not sure about that. And in the report, they were also not sure about that. And I am reading from an article from the Mark online, and it's by Joanne St. Louis and Glenn Lewis. And certain people are concerned about their privacy, and I guess it's becoming like a police state here. I just want to make a few practical points about this. The reason they're doing it is so that they can catch criminals. And the primary concern was so that they can find out who are the people that are producing child pornography, who are perhaps using child pornography. So who has these children, and they're using these children to produce pornography. They're making a profit from this, and for the simple purpose of guys being able to jerk off to it. So it's a pretty selfish reason. So it's to protect these children. And as I've said in some blogs recently about this topic, there is a very, very disturbing trend in that 4- and 5-year-old children, more 4- and 5-year-old children are being used for child pornography worldwide and in Canada. So this is the reason they're doing it. Now, in practicality, what do you people who oppose this suggest? It's a practical step to protect little children from being raped, from being harmed in a horrible way that will possibly destroy their whole life. What other solution do you have? Do you have any suggestions? Put them forth. Put them forth by all means. Is there a large risk to us with this? I don't think so. Is there a risk at all? I guess so. I mean, like I said in the title, what is it that you feel you're hiding? Have I had anything that I wouldn't want someone to see on the internet in my whole life? Yeah. I don't know that it was illegal. Embarrassing? Yeah, probably. Okay, well, I can take responsibility for that. I don't do anything online now that would be embarrassing. It's not embarrassing to use a dating site. If that's what you're doing, that's okay. I mean, if you're using pornography with adults in it, that was their choice, basically, to make that pornography, and they probably got paid for it. It's not perfect, I understand, and there can be arguments about what I just said too. So it's to protect children. So let's be clear about that. It's to take a practical step to apprehend these criminals and charge them and perhaps put them in jail and perhaps get them some help for their sickness, and to stop them from profiting from the cruelty to little children. It's a good step in the right direction. It's not perfect. So then what would I fear? I'm trying to put myself in your shoes, the people that are so concerned with this. I guess there's a small risk that the government could get pissed off at me because I'm making these blogs and or someone could, and they could single me out and make some stuff about me, some stuff up about me, and somehow make it look like I did this. Say I used child pornography or I made child pornography, and they would somehow infiltrate my system and make it look like I did this criminal act, and then alert the authorities, or the authorities would be alerted through this process because they have my information, and they would come to me and arrest me. But the chances are so small. I am willing to take that risk for the good of all, for the good of the children that are being abused today. Can you imagine yourself being raped? Can you imagine your child being raped? I don't even want to imagine my adult children being raped. So, and you could say, well, it's easy for you to say that. Not really. It's not really easy for me to say that. I don't like it, but I know that we have to work with what is here to take certain steps, practical steps, to change the system. The system is so imperfect. So will the process of changing it be perfect? Probably not. I guess I figure, well, I could also get hit by a car today. Probably not. So for the good of all, sometimes we have to take a very small risk ourselves. And as a human being, if you think that you and say that you are a loving human being, I mean, if love is real at all, shouldn't it be equal? If I say I love my children, well, don't I love the children that are being held captive, that are being perhaps sold today into sex slavery? Yeah, my common sense, my heart says that then I should love them as well. How are we going to make the world better? So I applaud Stephen Harper and his government for this step. And, I'm just putting this out there for some common sense. What is it you're hiding? If it's that bad, then maybe you should take a look at yourself and make some corrections. That's your responsibility. If you're doing something illegal, well, I guess you better stop it. And if you're doing something embarrassing, well, fix it. Thank you.